G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that little intro there, just showing off some of the important parts of Enzo OS 0.4 singing Sunflower. I've got the welcome screen here, let's get started, and we have edit user details. That's all good for me. Change system settings, that's the XFCE system settings. No maximize there, okay. We can change that there. Quite easy to grab the corner on there too. System settings, install applications, which will probably take you to the App Hive, okay, which I'm very keen to look at later. Learn Enzo, where does that take us? Enzo OS website where you can learn all about Enzo OS, that's a nice touch. And join the conversation, don't know where that goes to. Gitter, okay. Never heard of that one. And we can close that. Now I have got some updates pending. So I might just do the updates first before I do anything. Let's have a look at the updates there. Probably pretty standard updates. Let's install the updates first and we'll come back. Okay, and that's the updates done. This is going to be a quick look around Enzo OS. I've done Enzo before. I didn't show an install on this occasion because I've done it before. It's fairly much the same as a Ubuntu install, which is the same as probably a standard Ubuntu install as well. So nothing overly complicated there. And I have done an install of Enzo before, the previous one. So I'll leave a link to that in the show notes. So the applications, we click that and we get the applications menu here in the center. You can change it to grid style. If we was to press the Windows key, we also get that in the center of the screen. But pressing the Windows key doesn't take it away. Clicking away does, that's okay. So as you've probably seen on the introduction video, we've got a beautiful looking calendar here for XFCE. I really like that calendar. So the first thing we're going to do is have a look at the blog post on Enzo OS blog site. So in their blog post, they say, first of all, I'd like to say that we very much hope that all's well, especially in the world in these crazy times. So they're excited to announce the next iteration of Enzo, this being based on the latest Ubuntu long-term support 20.04 that was released earlier this year. So Penny is a note-taking app, one of the main new applications. The feature in this release of Enzo is a note-taking application called Penny. Fairly straightforward in terms of its use, being all that you require for jotting down thoughts and snippets. So that's notes here. Penny, you can change colors like so. Add note, delete note. So if we add note, well, I just deleted the note. But if we add a note, we got two notes. Can change different colors for that. And then click on the screen and it's minimized. And you've got to keep clicking to get each one. So click once, click again. Each note shows up after clicking. Let's delete those notes for now. So the main exciting features being that it uses the GTK source view, making jotting down code snippets simple and nicely formatted. It also uses Fira code font by default, which supports programming literatures. Again, helping with development needs and looking amazing. So now we've got the App Hive. So App Stars, the ability to star favorite applications, has been around since the last release, but has somewhat sat in the background. This has now become more of a drive for the applications listed on the home screen, using their popularity to display the most starred applications to other users, while also displaying how many stars each application has received. Performance was an issue. I can vouch for that. Performance was really bad. So this is what I'm really keen to look at. Let's open the App Hive and check out the performance. Just waiting for that to load. So I believe that this has snaps, so that would probably take a little while to load. Now this is nothing unusual to... So here we have popular apps, most popular, useful, categories. So we've got the categories here. I think this must still be populating, I think. So I've got updates here. So we've got some more updates. So let's update that as well. Don't know why I was asked twice for password. So what I think I'll do is I did a big update before, so maybe I will reboot and come back. That's probably fair. Here we are back in the desktop. So let's open up App Hive again, just in case there was some updates for the performance of App Hive. So that's loaded. Now it did take a little while to load, but that could be my internet, my slow internet as well. That could be an issue. So we go to categories and we've got the categories here. Click on accessories. So I can still see it taking a little while to populate. So I was wondering how I get back to categories, and it's this button here. I didn't see that. I just thought it was just a heading, not a click back. So I'd have to assume that takes me back to the categories. Let's check it out. So that's fully loaded now. Well, no, it's still populating. Let's go back to categories, audio. There's no confirmation on these boxes that you've actually clicked it. So that's still loading. So I don't see the performance anywhere near as bad as it was before, but there's still a performance issue with App Hive. I like the look of it. It's really nice. Looks great. Probably just need to fix up this loading issue. These categories seem to have a huge loading issue. That's not too bad. That seems to be okay. One thing I would suggest is it has on the top here what category you're in. So if we go into internet, it should probably say internet up here, and then we can go back to categories. Office. It does take a little bit of time to open up. So if we go back to categories, it is going back to categories a lot quicker than what it did in the previous release. So if I click this, I click now. So it takes a good 10 seconds before it does anything, and there's no confirmation that you've clicked the box. There's no animation or anything like that. It'd be nice if clicking these boxes had an animation, so you could, so you know there's a confirmation that it has been clicked, because it does take about 10 seconds or so for anything to open up. That one was a lot quicker. So we've got the popular, the categories, and the installed. So that's the App Hive. It is a lot quicker than before. It probably still needs a bit more improvement. So the performance of the App Hive. Performance was a bit of an issue of the previous release of App Hive, having some latency on initial load of the application and when searching. This has been addressed, making the application far more responsive whilst performing these tasks in the background. Most of this work was completed by the elementary team for App Center, so thanks to them for all their hard work. So elementary's been helping out as well. I still believe there's a bit of a performance issue there, but definitely better, a much more improved than the previous release for sure. And then there's a dark theme, so let's check that out. Let's go to settings, appearance. So we're currently on Enso Light, and we've got Enso Dark. That's add way to dark, and that's Enso Dark. Looks a bit like Arc, so that is the dark theme, and also you've got the App Hive in dark as well, and you've got the white boxes there. So it definitely is improved, but there still is a little bit of time for the apps to load up in there as well, but it's definitely responding a lot quicker than it did before. You'll see quite a few things resemble elementary in here, which is this multitasking view. Definitely the App Hive looks a lot like the elementary. Is it software? I'm not sure what it's called in elementary. And the multitasking view. So that's quite nice. You can download the latest release of Enso from the link below. So I'll leave a link below there for Enso Singing Sunflower. Icons they're using is the paper icon theme, and they're the fonts that they're currently using. Some wallpaper choices there. Dock settings. You can make it small, medium and large. Hide when focus window is maximized. Focus window overlaps a dock. Any window overlaps a dock not being used. Pressure reveal. Launcher. Start on category view. Display at top. Icon sizes. So just having a quick look through the system. Let's go through the categories a bit better. Accessories. Games. Graphics. Internet. Office. Preferences. Sound and video. I installed Simple Screen Recorder and System Tools. And we got the Thunar File Manager, Help and About, Thunar 1.8.14. Firefox is 81.02. That's the note with the dark setting and the note with Enso Light. They also have this menu along the top here. There's 2 videos that I've recorded so far. This is the one I'm recording now. So it shows you recently used files on the top here when there's nothing else in focus. So you've got desktop settings, shortcut, system settings, shortcut there. So you've got a system settings shortcut and a desktop settings shortcut. And when you have a focused app, then that menu becomes a menu for the app itself. Quit, File, Edit, View. So that's all the menus. So that's a global menu there. And then close that, and then you've got the desktop and file options. No files, documents, music, pictures, video. Right click has a multitasking view, also a link to settings, change desktop background. That's your logout dialog box, and you have additional drivers as well, which takes you to the software and the Ubuntu software and update. So same deal. I had this on this many NVIDIA options on Linux FX as well, and I picked the most recent, and that was working fine. So no doubt, because this is the same computer, it's my Toshiba laptop, no doubt that would work as well. So you've got Power Manager here, got options for power managing, devices, display, system, general, session and startup, application auto start, current session, and advanced. And you've got panel options here, backup and restore, appearance, items, so you can add remove items there on the panel. That's handy. So they're the options you got. You got a notification plugin. I think that must be already there, is it? Notifications, got the little bell there, because I'm sure I sent a notification earlier. No? Let's add that notification. Okay, so you've got the notification plugin there. What does that do? Notification settings. Can we test notifications? Show preview. Notification, so that's definitely an influence from Elementary as well, that notification. Animations, slide out, fade out, different themes, disappear after 10 seconds, And then you've got panel profiles. So you've got different profiles for your panels, for your layouts. That's a typical XFCE thing anyway. That comes with most with all XFCE desktops, I would assume. Sound and sound settings, audio mixer, speaker and microphone options there. Internet options there. Power manager options here as well. So I'm going to place a USB in the USB slot, see if we get any notifications for that. There we go, volume mounted. Okay, nice little notification there. This project reminds me a little bit of Peppermint because they've taken bits and pieces from Elementary, which Peppermint have taken bits and pieces from the Cinnamon project, and probably some other pieces from GNOME maybe as well. I like the fact that it's low spec, and actually we haven't looked at any system requirements, have we? System monitor or something like that. Doesn't look like they have a system monitor. So I might just quickly install HTOP. So that's HTOP installed. And that's HTOP. 1.5 gig of 8 gig, and CPUs are fairly busy because I'm recording. And I might just give some results on that without recording as well, it's probably fair. So that was a quick look around Enzo OS 0.4 Singing Sunflower. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.